By the way, I'm not naked. I literally have a dress on. So yeah, I'm not naked. Hey guys, it's Sinem and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation and concealer. And as you can see, this is what the skin looks like. This is after demoing and trying it out. So I'm not going to say too much about it. You guys will find out my thoughts and how it looks on the skin in the video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell to be notified of my new content and when I have a new video, and to see more reviews and giveaways and all that good stuff. If you want to jump into the review and demo and see what I think about this concealer and foundation and how it applies, then please keep on watching. So I went to an Urban Decay store yesterday and I did pick up the foundation and concealer. So I'll show you guys which shades I picked up and show you the packaging and all that good stuff, and then we'll get straight into the demo. This is what the foundation comes in and this is what it looks like. I just love how Urban Decay has stepped up with their packaging and with their foundation, and this is what it looks like inside. Super pretty gold. It is plastic as well, so it's not glass, which I love, and it just says stay naked, weightless liquid foundation up to 24-hour wear. So I picked it up in 20NN, which stands for neutral master tone and neutral undertone, and it is in the fair range. Sometimes foundations can look too yellow on me and sometimes they can look too pink, so I'm one of those complexions that can rock either pink, either yellow, or either neutral. But usually I like to wear more of a yellowy sort of undertone because I don't really like a lot of pinky undertones on my skin. But I did decide to pick up the neutral just to test it out. So yeah. And for the concealer, I also picked up the Stay Naked concealer. This is what it looks like. And again, I picked this up in 30NN. Now the reason I went darker with this is because the concealers run really light. So if I were to pick up the same shade as my foundation, it was like super light. The concealer was like really almost white. So I picked it up in 30NN, which should match nicely with the foundation. The way I'm going to be testing the foundation is actually without any primer, just because I want to see the finish of it and how it will look without primer, because sometimes primers can interfere with the foundation. It might change the texture or the consistency and the wear time and all of that stuff. So I do want to test it without any primer, and I'm going to be doing one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. I love that it has a pump as well. So as I'm going to apply it, I'm also going to be talking about what they claim. So it says it's a new vegan formula and it's a buildable medium coverage liquid foundation with a real skin matte finish that lasts up to 24 hours. So let's give it a try. I'm going to be using the Morphe E7 brush. And actually first, I think that'll be okay. So let's do the brush on this side. Doesn't smell like anything, which is good. Okay, this shade is good. What do you guys think? This seems to be nice. Definitely medium. You can see a lot peeking through and it's not as full coverage. I can still see a little bit of like redness here, but it's super pretty. Okay, so this is how it is looking with one side of the foundation, one layer. I'm actually going to go in with a second layer, but I'll do that afterwards. So this is what it looks like. It's giving me actually a bit of a sheen. It's still a bit tacky, hasn't settled yet. It doesn't really look like a natural matte finish just yet, but maybe I need to give it time to settle in. But at the moment, you guys can all see as well, it's giving me more of a dewy sheen on the cheeks. So I'm going to let this settle in and see if it goes to a matte finish, and I'm actually going to do this side with a sponge. Today I'm going to be using, I know it's all dirty, but today I'm using the Tati Lashes Beauty Blender. I absolutely love this one, maybe even more than the Beauty Blender, because I like that this has more of a point. So it's really good for getting the inner corners. So I'm going to do the same thing, one pump again on the back of my hand, and taking this time the sponge, and it's also wet. And let's see. I think if you're looking for like a really natural medium to full coverage foundation, this would be really good just from how it's applying and looking so far. I can imagine this would be great for oily skin just because of that natural matte finish that it gives. It's actually good for dry skin as well because I don't feel like it's, you know, like sucking my skin out and it's not drying my skin out. It's actually really moisturizing. This is with the sponge. To me it's almost the same. I think maybe the brush has covered slightly more than this side. It might be hard to tell on camera, but I also find that it's settling a little bit in the creases of my nose. It's giving me more of a medium coverage like it's suggested. It is obviously buildable, so they are spot on with that. However, I do want a little bit more coverage, so I am going to go in with a second layer on both sides. So I'm just going to be doing that right now. This is with a second layer, and to me, it's still not full. And I can see right here still some redness. It's still just kind of building up right here. Now with a sponge it's definitely a lot faster. The only thing is I feel like it soaks up a lot of the product just because the formula is really light and then the sponge is wet, so it kind of soaks it up. So I would probably recommend using a brush if you want the most coverage out of this foundation. So I do like how it's looking so far. It's giving me a bit of a sheen, so not really a natural matte finish. But I do like the finish of it, and it is kind of piling up a little bit around here, but I think I'm okay with that because maybe when I set it with powder and all that good stuff it should be okay. So I'm going to jump straight into the concealer, and this is, it's a correcting concealer, also up to 24 hour wear, and this is in 30 NN. This is what the doe foot applicator looks like, and it's just got this kind of curve, which I like because it's really going to get into the crease of the under eye. I'm just going to put a little amount because I don't know how much to put yet. I'm using the sponge just to blend it out. So this concealer claims that it is a vegan demi-matte flexible liquid concealer with 25% more pigment and full coverage that lasts up to 24 hours. So this is saying that it's full coverage. It's not saying it's medium like the foundation. So let's see if it's really full coverage. I think it's medium. It's not as full as like Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm actually going to go in to this side. Definitely brightened under the eyes, so that's a good thing, as you can see. Oh, I actually really like it. I think I'm going to go in with a second layer of the concealer and just put a little amount here. I really do like this concealer. It's giving me brightness under the eyes, and it's also giving me a good coverage without looking so heavy. The thing I realised about this foundation and concealer is that it doesn't look heavy on the skin, or at least not to me. It feels lightweight as well. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. It, you know, doesn't look as heavy. So now I'm actually going to set with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, my OG, and just to lock this all in place because it feels kind of wet under the eyes at the moment. So I'm just going to continue like the rest of my routine that I normally do. A little bit of powder. So today I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Candleglow Shape Affecting Powder. This is actually a setting powder, but I got it in a darker shade to use as bronzer. And this is in number 5. I want to see how the foundation's going to look once we do blusher, bronzer and highlighter, just to kind of complete the look and see how it all comes together. But so far it's actually blending nicely with this bronzer. Sometimes foundations can go all weird and patchy when you start layering products on top of it. Now for blusher, I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralize blush, and this is in Warm Soul, which is a beautiful neutral peachy pink colour, and taking that on the Morphe M492. This will tie in with the eye look I have going on. Now going into highlighter, I'm taking the Artist Couture highlighter in Illuminati. Whew, that's so pretty. Oh my god, it's super pretty. I love it. I'm using Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick in Butt Naked. Stub it in. There we go. And the look is complete. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also comment down below what you want to see next from me, and also don't forget to subscribe for more content and stay tuned for more of my videos. And I think that is it, and I will see you guys all in my next video.